Okay, Christina here to listen to some music. And today's music selection is Black Water by the Doobie Brothers. So I really don't know much about this band. I've heard the name of the band before, but that's about it. I know that they started in 1970 and that the song came out in 1974. Oh, I also do know that Michael McDonald was a part of the band, but I don't think he was part of it for this song. So we're not going to hear him today, but that's okay. Another time. And actually, how did we get to the point where we're hearing this song today? Black Water was the winner of the poll for songs by the Doobie Brothers for channel members and on Patreon. So here we are. Oh, but while we are here, what else are we going to be doing? I am a professional classically trained musician, instrumentalist, vocalist, composer, and professor. So we're going to dive into all the little details of this music. We're going to see how it's composed, all the instruments that were used, maybe learn some musical terms, talk about some chords and cadences, maybe an instrument demo, but also how do we connect to this music? Why do we like it? Or why do we not like it? Okay, so no more delay. Let's listen. All right. Here we go. Don't know what to expect here.
Well, I built me her raft and she's ready for flow. Oh, Mississippi, she's calling my name. Catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel bumping. Black water keep rolling on past just the same. Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Yeah, keep on shining your light. Gonna make everything great. Mama gonna make everything.
Okay. Is it just me or was that kind of special? Yeah, I think it kind of was. Okay, was not expecting that. I was expecting something kind of proggy. I don't know if that's what that is, but it also does seem kind of folky and almost country-ish and, like old country and maybe even a little bit gospel. A little bit of everything in there. Yummy. Right from the wind chimes at the beginning, I heard an auto harp. It was making me sort of lean one direction and then the other. It was kind of like over here and then over here. The vocals were really neat. Again, like gospel, or bluegrass, like tight harmonies. Excellent guitar work. It's groovy. Do we have any percussion yet? I don't think so. Unless the wind chimes would count as that. Oh, and there was a string instrument. I think I heard a violin, fiddle, something. Awesome. Actually, violin and fiddle is the same thing. Same instrument, it's just how you play it. Didn't really catch the words yet because the instruments are just very special, like I said. So we'll get to the lyrics. Yeah, we're going to keep going. Back it up a little bit and then keep going.
Shining your light, gonna make everything great. Mama gonna make everything alright. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at Well, if it rains, I don't care. Don't make no difference to me. Just take that streetcar, let's go in uptown. Yeah, I like to hear some funky Dixieland and dance a honky tonk. And I'll be buying everybody drinks all around. Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water, keep
Okay, instrument solo coming. Okay. All right. This one's a lot of fun. Oh, I like the harmonies, the vocal harmonies. I like the bass line harmonies. I'm hearing the flat 7. So we hear da-dum bum bum. I'm hearing that. You all know I love that. A good old flat 7 there. So a flat 7, what that means is that in a scale there are 7 tones. Well, basically 8 if you go from like C up to a C. To get through the alphabet, it goes from A to G. So it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. From C to C, it's 8 notes. And so if you take 1 or 8, they're both C's. If you drop it down 1, that's the 7th tone. And normally those 2 tones are right next to each other, but sometimes it makes a really cool sound if you just lower it a little tiny bit. So that's what we're hearing there. Gives me goosebumps. And I also like how they transition out of that little gesture, because you can sort of go either way with it. It can sort of sound more ominous, but then they shift out of it and it sort of is a little happier. Hearing this full-on fiddle, it's fantastic. The guitar work again, still going strong. And then we finally got the percussion. So there's the beat. It was already so groovy before the beat came in, but now that the beat is there, it's even better. Vocals are still fantastic, as I was saying. Harmonies are approached very sensitively. The lead singer are there 2? There might have been 2 different singers, but one of them, at least at one point, this one person was sort of singing out pretty fully with a chest voice. But it still wasn't too prominently placed in the mixing, in the recording. So that allowed for a lot of the other instruments to be more present. I think that's kind of what's special about this. They established that really neat guitar line at the beginning, and they don't just completely blast all of the vocals over the top of that. They let it remain present throughout. And then the fiddling, when that comes in, it's very noticeable. It's not abrupt. It's not interrupting. But you just sort of sense this feeling of community, togetherness on the stage. Okay, we're headed into some instrument solos. I have high expectations for this for some reason. All right, let's hear it. Back it up a little, as usual. Okay, here we go.
With your daddy all night long. I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. By the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. By the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. Come on, baby. Take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. By the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. By the hand, take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy.
Well, the Doobie Brothers. That was so great. Is all of their music like this? Or is this a special one? Because it does seem kind of special. Well, that is the kind of thing that we find out here on the channel. So I always pay close attention to how a group can end a song, because it's not an easy task. It's the same for any type of music, classical music, anything. You can do so well with a piece of music and then kind of ruin it in the last few moments there. So this one had a fade out, but it also had a fade in at the beginning, which I loved. I was like, oh. But then what happened there after the instrumental solo section? So the instruments faded. It was a good solo section, by the way. We'll get there. We'll talk about that. But the instruments faded out and the vocals remained. Like they faded in and they were there, and it was a cappella for a moment. It was awesome. And then the instruments faded back in. What? Oh, it must take great care to perform this song live, because you have to, ease your way in and out with the fade ins and fade outs. But it is possible. Just with live instruments, you just have to be careful with it. That was just kind of a fun ride. All right, let's just start with the vocals. So I'm not sure how many people were actually singing, or if it was just a few of them and they were layered to make it sound like there were more. But I heard at least 3 distinct layers to the actual a cappella section, as in it was almost like a round where the singers are divided up into 1 or 2 groups, and they're singing the same thing, but they sort of start in a delayed manner. That's more of a canon, like Pachelbel's canon in D, where each instrument starts and then 2 bars later the next instrument comes in with the exact same thing, and then another 2 bars later. It's not quite like that because they're not playing the same thing. But these vocal phrases are like puzzle pieces that are developed here and there, and then they're all put together. Like, they don't completely make sense on their own, but when you put them together, it creates a really neat picture. So I was hearing the main melody, the dum bum 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 ba da 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 da, but then I'm hearing like da 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 dum bum bum ba da da da. And then there was another thing where there were 2 people singing in octaves, singing the same notes, but one higher, one lower. So I was hearing a nice bass voice in there, singing a little line in there. It wasn't call and answer. It was just a complex texture. The call and answer actually was happening in the instrument solo section between the guitar and the fiddle. Okay, let's take a listen to that a cappella section. I have to revisit right now. Okay, so the instruments are fading out. Decrescendo there.
Take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. By the hand, take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I'd like to hear some funky
at least 3
Dixieland,
sections.
pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
And here comes the instruments back.
Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long.
Love it, I love it.
Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. Come on, baby. Take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by.
Oh, it's just so good. It's so much fun. So, how there are 3 different lines. Again, a canon or a round, usually you have to have the exact same song, the same, like different groups, but singing the exact same thing. And this is just more like choral writing. And it's usually by voice type, soprano, alto, tenor, bass. But in this instance, it's just 3 different vocal groups, like with 1 or 2 people in each. And they're just sort of learning their own part, and you put it together. and it fits together just right. When you learn it on its own, it's not necessarily making much sense. But when you fit them together, as I said, like with the puzzle pieces, it makes a really great picture. So this is almost like a motet, which is earlier music, like Renaissance music. But to me, it's not until this a cappella section happens where the voices, the vocalists, are actually like really put forth. So let's take a look at the lyrics. Well, I built me a raft and she's ready for floating. Old Mississippi, she's calling my name. Catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel thumping. Black water keep rolling on past just the same. Old black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Okay, and so some of these phrases are overlapping, aren't they? Like one starts before the other one is finished, I think. Pretty mama gonna make everything all right. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at all. Yeah, I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Dance a honky-tonk, and I'll be buying everybody drinks all round. Okay, so this person likes to have fun, likes to hear some good music, go out for a night on the town. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? So is the water actually water? Well, it does say, talk about a raft and floating and catfish, but what is it representing? Is it like travel between cities, from one destination to the next, or is it metaphorical for life in general, or just wandering around town? These words and how they fit together. And I don't think all three of the vocal sections say all the words. Some of them overlap. And that really is like early, like motet music. So I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. I want to honky tonk, take me by the hand. Honky tonk, take me by the hand, pretty mama. Yeah, see how it is repeated, but at different times. And they sort of, when there's a rest, the other group fills in the space. Honky tonk, come and dance with your daddy all night long, with you all night long. And it's just that over and over. But then the amazing instrumental part comes back in, which is what we want because it's so cool, and it disappears and you're like, ah. But then we get this really great a cappella moment, and then it's like, what could make this any better? Bring the instruments back in. So not only do we get an extra fade out and fade in, but we get this little glorious a cappella moment. All right, I want to go back and hear it again. It's just too much fun. See how they overlap? They said pretty mama at the same time. Where's the third group?
Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. Take me by the hand. Pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama,
love it. I could just sit here and listen to that over and over again, but they bring the instruments back in.
I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
Oh, listen to that. That's bluesy in there.
I like to hear some funky Dixieland. Pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
And the crashes. You hear the crashes in the percussion. Ah, it's so good. Okay. You just want to hear it more and more and more. Okay, let's go back to the beginning and hear the beginning again. The first of all the fade ins and fade outs. Why am I so enamored with those? I don't know. It's just, there's just something special about it in this song. Okay, here's the beginning. With the wind chimes. Oh, just that. Da-da-da. Oh, just that is so great. Here, that little pickup for the first entrance of the guitar and how it's so distant. That also. Da-da-dum-bum. That chord right there is not a straightforward chord. In a deep dive, I can get into more of the makeup of these different chords, but what I can tell you right now is that it's got some extra flavor to it, and so that adds to the specialness here. Let's hear it again.
Well, I built me a raft and she's ready for flow. Oh, Mississippi, she's calling my
It's an auto harp, right?
catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel bumping. Black
Okay. Everything is so sensitive and delicate here. And with the little wind chime thing and then the auto harp thing and just the hint, I'm not going to say fiddle, the hint of the string instrument, because it might not be a violin. That might be a viola. But I'm not sure. Okay. So the lead vocals when he comes in is also very sensitive, and the flavor that the singing style is bringing to it already, again, it's special. So let's back it up. I want to hear what the vocal line did there, because at one point he played with the break and he went from a chest voice, almost like a yodel up to his head voice. Let's just hear it. It was really smooth.
calling my name. Catfish are jumping, that paddle wheel bumping.
There.
Black water keep rolling on past just the same.
Love it.
Oh, black water.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, and so even the end of that phrase there, he ended up on the high note, and I didn't think it was done. And so this little chorus here of the black water, it just kind of interrupted in there. This song is just very unexpected in its form. There is some verse chorus stuff happening with the instrumental solo, but then we've got the whole a cappella thing with the fade out, fade in. So good. All right, let's hear this next section.
Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water.
Okay, and so now we get into the part where I was talking about how it had the flat 7. So we have G major, and then it goes down to from G to F. So that's F is the flat 7. It should go to F sharp, but it goes down to F natural. So let's hear that. But the way it's treated is different because the bass line is not completely following that. So it's a sneaky one. Let's just hear it.
Water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining?
Yeah. Aha. So the bass line goes from tonic, and instead of dropping down to F, and if you were to plant a key on that, it would be F major, which would have a B flat in there. So that's what the bass line is doing. And the rest of the instruments are going down to the F to establish that. Let's hear it.
Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Yeah, keep on shining your...
That's great. And then it goes down to A major. Oh, I love when it's noodly, when there are sharp little turns in the key, the modulations. That is so great. I love how they treated that. Okay, let's move on to the instrumental section. And of course, before the instrumental solo section happens, there are these little interjections, and they're just right, like with the string instrument, and a little bit more of the prominent guitar work, or some of the bass line. The mixing of this is just really great. Oh, actually, you know what? What I want to hear first is when the percussion came in. Let's find that spot.
Just take that streetcar, let's go in uptown.
So it's extra special when the drums come in, but it was holding its own with just the guitars before it came in. But we still needed it there, didn't we? Yeah. I love that little string solo there. I'm still not convinced it's a violin. I still think it sounds like a viola. I think later on in the song is when I actually first caught on to it. But now going back and hearing it, I might be more convinced. Okay, we'll get there. Let's back this up again a little bit. Because I wanted to hear the string solo here. Good fiddle work there.
Well, if it rains,
And there's the drum. Yeah. It's so good. It's so good.
Just take that streetcar, let's go in uptown.
And so the bass line, ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum. That little dip right there. When the percussion came in, we needed one more thing to make it more foundational. And that's what it is. Let's hear it.
Don't make no difference to me. Just take that streetcar, let's go in uptown. Yeah, I like to hear some funky Dixieland.
Oh, I love how. Yeah, it's playing with the vocalist. Love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, also, I'm really liking what the string player is doing there. It's sort of like this bum bum. Let's see if we can go back and hear that. You have to listen closely. No, you can't hear it as much. I heard it just that one time. I'm gonna go back. So let me demonstrate. Okay, so what I was hearing was something like this. Really fun. And those are octaves. It's not easy to play octaves sometimes on string instruments, perfectly in tune.
Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? Keep on shining your light.
There we go. Oh, little trills there. How'd they do that? Well, this person plays very, very well in tune and very controlled, but still has a really good talent for sort of improv. Okay, that's fun. All right, that's like typical fiddle harmonies there. But again, they have a lot of good control. Just that. Dum-ba-dum. Yeah, see, that's why I'm thinking maybe it's not a violin, maybe it's a viola. I can just sort of tell with that note and where they're hitting that note. But then there are these other little gestures that happen that are so neat. There. So it's just quick slides. But then also releasing the finger off of the string to let the open string sort of pop. And again, that takes a lot of control. There. Okay, so I think I hear a C string. which is the lower string that a viola has that a violin doesn't have. I've not heard an E string yet, which is a higher string that violins have. Let's go back and hear this. Yep. I think I hear a C string. I think this is a viola. Can we still call it fiddling? Sure, why not? But I think it's a viola. We're gonna hear it again, aren't we? Take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night long. I love how it gets all echoey.
Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand. By the hand, take me by the hand, pretty mama, come.
I still want to learn this and sing this.
I like to hear some funk at Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
Yep.
By the hand, take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance
And the instruments.
all night long. I like to hear some funk at Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand.
And the bass line is more complex now. Young bum bum. Love it.
I like to hear some funk at Dixieland.
I'm hearing it. Yeah, the cymbal. Okay, that was a lot of fun. All right, that was Blackwater by the Doobie Brothers, and I really loved it. So much fun. Great writing, great performing. Love the use of the instruments like the auto harp and then a viola. I think it's a viola, not a violin. And then the playing with the different sections, the fading in, fading out, the acapella, the complex layering of the melody lines for the acapella section. And then that fantastic instrumental line, the main accompaniment. It's just so good. I just want to hear it again and again and again. So what else does this band have in store for us here? I am really excited to find out. So is this one going on my playlist? Yes. Immediately, yes. I love it. And would this be something that I would want to play along with more someday? Yeah, it would be a little bit tough because it is kind of improv, so I wouldn't be able to necessarily follow along exactly. It would be more of just kind of get the idea of that string player and just sort of play those interjections kind of the same way, those gestures. But for now, thank you to everybody who voted for this. Fantastic. Can't wait to hear more. So be sure to do all the things, like and subscribe. You can take part in polls over on Patreon or if you're a channel member. Oh, and we're getting merch soon on the channel. So be on the lookout for that. And as always, just remember that you don't have to be perfect. Just be okay. And keep listening.